Hello. We have here our client,
Eric.
and we're going to be doing the role play video. So, how are you doing, Eric?
Tired. Very tired.
Okay. I'm really glad you came in today, and I want you to know this is a safe space for us to explore your experiences and, the stories that have shaped how, you and yourself have these challenges and what you're facing. Are you okay with that? You telling me what's going on with you?
Yes, I don't really know how to deal with it.
Okay. Well, can you tell me a little bit about what's been happening recently that actually brought you here?
I've been angry. I've been very angry, very short tempered, and ready to snap on any and every little thing. About any and every little thing.
Okay. And when you're about to snap, is there certain things that are triggering you to snap? Or is it a person? Is it a smell? Is it a sound? What exactly triggers you to feel this way?
Most of the time it's people.
Okay.
Most of the time it's people. Most of the time it can be a sound.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. It sounds like your anger has been taking a toll on you. Can we take a closer look at that and, you know, and see how that has been coming up in your life?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, right?
Okay. That is simply what you're here for. You are here to see how we can get that under control and so that you're not snapping on any and everybody. We are trying to figure out where that is coming from, actually. Okay, so instead of saying that you are angry, what if we talked about anger as being separate from you, as like a visitor? What would you name anger if you saw anger outside of you?
The devil.
Oh, the devil. Okay. I like that. The devil. And when does the devil usually show up?
During conversations with certain people, when I'm driving.
Okay, so like road rage?
Definitely. I don't think everybody can drive as good as me, so I
Oh.
get mad, when they're not driving as good as me.
Okay. So you have a little road rage. And when people don't do things that you want them to do, you become angry. So what does that look like? Are you shouting out the window? Are you honking the horn? Are you throwing things?
It depends. No, I don't throw things.
Okay.
I would.
Would?
I would, but I don't. It's not
Okay.
polite to throw things. Most of the time, I'll shout out the window, I'll honk my horn, or I'll just even sit on my horn until they get out of my way.
Okay. So that's when driving a car. Okay. So what about in person? What does that look like?
Typically, I shut down, or I start doing things to annoy the person because they didn't make me mad. Maybe a little yelling, a little cursing, a little nonchalant attitude.
Okay.
A little anxious to get away.
Okay. So when your anger is coming on, you start to annoy other people.
Yes.
And then when you become angry, what does it look like?
You want to see my mad face? It looks like you might not want to talk to me because I look like I'm just gonna
snap, right?
Snap. Yeah.
Okay. So you have a facial expression that shows when you're angry.
Most of the time, it's a blank facial expression, so you wouldn't know if I'm actually angry or not until you really piss me off, and then you see the wrinkles in my forehead, or I kind of just like my face crunches up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you are angry, you just have facial expressions, body language.
Yeah.
No hitting, no throwing, no breaking items, none of that.
I used to break things, and then I
Okay.
realized I had to pay for those things that I broke.
Got it. Understood. All right. So how does the anger affect your day-to-day life?
Because I would get mad and not want to do nothing.
So then you would just
Not do it, or I'll just be like, well, I don't care, and just won't do what I'm supposed to be doing.
So it does affect your day-to-day life.
Oh, it does.
Okay, so you won't be able to wash your car or go take the trash out? What type of thing?
I mean, I'll still do those things, but it would be like I'll grab the trash bag and throw it in the trash can really hard. If it rips, then I'm getting mad and I'm probably kick the trash can over and then pick the stuff up anyways.
Oh, okay. When that happens, what does that do for you? When you're kicked. Okay, so nothing happens.
Still mad.
You're still mad. Now the trash is over, fell and you didn't kick it. So now you got to clean up a bigger mess. Okay, that sounds like a lot, actually. Are there any moments where you notice if the anger is starting to show up and you could respond differently, or you can kind of intercept the anger? Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, a few times, where I knew I was about to get mad, so I took a deep breath and walked away and went to go do something else to occupy my time.
Okay, so you do have the ability to stop it, or when you feel it, you can intervene and
Sometimes I can intervene. Sometimes I can stop myself from getting angry. But once I get angry, then I'm just angry, and it's more so like just let me be by myself to kind of calm down, or I'll play like the video game, or even hop on the motorcycle, whatever.
Okay. So what does that say about you? That, you can interrupt the anger before it takes over. What do you think that means to you?
It means I'm working on it. I may have some type of control.
Okay. Well, that could be a good thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That you just not letting it just run rapid, right?
Right.
Okay. So this last thing, if we were to rewrite the moment as part of your new story, with your anger, what would we call this chapter?
Once upon a time.
Oh, okay. I like that. What would it look like to have more chapters like that? Where moments when you're about to be angry and you choose a response to be like, no, I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to respond that way. I'm not going to let this person take control over my emotions, or I'm not going to let that word trigger this anger response. What would the next chapters in your life, what would that look like for you?
If I can give it a name, it will be like a peaceful beginning. Due to the fact that if I choose to not let things get to me, or if I choose to not get mad and redirect my anger, then it will be more peacefulness. It will be more, I guess you can say, stability with my anger. It will be more control over life to where I don't be mad. I guess it'll be a lot more happiness.
Oh, okay. That sounds like something that we could work on. But for now, next time we'll look at tools that you can use, and we can explore in ways to strengthen that self-control to help you with your anger. We can go over coping skills and things of that nature. I really appreciate how you were open today in disclosing that you are actually suffering from some kind of anger. And I greatly appreciate that. And taking the time out to do this interview for me.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.